Today, I am here. Today, this is where I am. There is such power in appreciating where you are today. The only reason I know that is because this is where I'm at today. The power of just really appreciating where I am, where I am financially, where I am in my marriage, where I am in the country, where I am with my music, where I am with this YouTube channel, right here, right where I am. I'm just feeling the profundity of this today. And so today, I really wanted to talk about that, getting into a rampage of appreciation around the power of right now and being a peace pillar. So I did a guided meditation this morning for Enlightened World. They are a great group. They have a YouTube channel. Definitely go check them out, Enlightened World Network. And so anyway, I led a meditation, a sound meditation for them. And as I was speaking, the word peace pillar, I just saw myself and everyone in the meditation as these pillars, just holding strong this pillar of peace all throughout the country and all throughout our planet. And it really lit me up, the idea that our peace could be that powerful, right? Our inner peace. So today I want to share with you a song of mine that I wrote. It's called "The Inside Creates the Outside." Our peace is that powerful. And so how do we get to that peace? So today, I got to that peace through just saying that I was going to be that. I basically had maybe 3 hours of sleep. I have a lot of reasons to, spiral down in my life, but I also have a ton of reasons to spiral up. So we get to be the, I hate the word dictator, but we get to be the, what's a nicer word than dictator? We get to be in control of our inner peace, whether we are spiraling down or spiraling up. And so the point is that there's always reasons to spiral down. There's always going to be reasons. There's always going to be evidence of something that doesn't feel great. But the thing is, guys, wellness abounds, and there's always going to be evidence that something good is going on. Even if it's just in here, even if it's just that your heart is beating, that the sound of your breath is lulling you into peace, that you feel a sense of connectedness by looking at a tree, that you have a pillow under your head, and perhaps that feels good. So guys, do you want to be a peace pillar with me today? You want to really cultivate that power of peace and presence and appreciating right where you are, right here, right now. The power of the present moment, right? Power of presence, Eckhart Tolle. There's some real gems in that practice. It's very simple. I'm noticing that things are pretty simple. In honor of being a peace pillar and really being in control of our inner environment to spread something out to the outer environment, I'm going to sing us a song. In my house with nowhere to be, in my heart wondering how to set the world free, seeing pain out my window and on my screen, I'm in a fishbowl curiously watching it all and wishing my heart was 10 feet tall. Can love really make it all outside. I'm gonna be the change I want to see. I'm gonna be the change I want to see. I know it all comes down to me. It all comes down to me. So, what does that really mean? The inside creates the outside. So we have control of our vibration. We have control of where we live in our day. And this year, especially, I'm getting that more and more, that my vibrational reality creates my physical reality. Tending to the garden every single day. That peace garden within your heart, within your body, within every cell, within every molecule of your being, right? Oh my gosh, there's so many little universes within me, right? With the molecules and the cells. Oh my gosh. And there's like, when we think of like how many people are on the planet and that whole collective, but our bodies are a whole collective to itself. So everything is a frequency. And this universe here, we are the kind of the creators of this universe. And when we are committed to being a peace pillar and really tending to the peace garden here every day by broadening our perspective and living in that commitment of peace and light, we get to be that in here. And by being that, that pillar holds the strength of that vibration on the planet. Now, how many pillars of light and peace can we set up around the globe? That's really exciting to me. So when I was doing Holy Fire Reiki, there was this really cool practice that William Rand, the founder of Holy Fire Reiki, did. He got these grids and he put crystals in them. And then he put them, one in Jerusalem, one at the North Pole, the South Pole, one in Indiana, in just different places where he went. We would put these, I think they were made out of copper, these grids, and they would have these crystals on them. And what you do is you send Reiki to the crystals, and that Reiki is held inside the crystals. And we create this big beam across the whole planet. And so that's kind of how I'm seeing these peace pillars. And so each one of us is this light body. And when we're tending to the garden, we're tending to that peace within, we hold strong and we connect. We connect around the planet, these peace pillars with peace and light and just allowing it to be so. What if we're that powerful? And you are. So we are this big, each one of us, this collective consciousness. And so we get to put our collective consciousness into the bigger collective consciousness. And what are each one of us going to put in there? The idea and that image of a peace pillar and all of us on that meditation lining up as pillars of light and peace across the planet really just opened my heart and just made me feel so good that that's what we were doing. And so, do you want to be part of our Peace Pillar project here? And so tune in, weed your garden out, tend to your garden, water the peace frequency, and see what happens in here, and see how good it feels to project that out and really hold strong that frequency for the planet. It's powerful, guys. You know, being the change on the planet doesn't have to be complicated. It can be very simple, just like this. Just linking in with your peace, with your high vibration, tending to your high vibration. Now, simple isn't always easy, right? So we can get hooked in, like we watch the news, or we have, kids that are triggering us, or we are in the the grocery store and we get triggered, whatever it is, we're in traffic and um, whatever it is for you, sometimes, it's easy to get triggered. And when we're in a trigger, we're in a karmic cycle and we start spiraling down. One of the greatest things to do with that is, if you can, pause and literally unhook from it and make a different choice. Now, in the Course in Miracles, the miracle moment is when we realize that we can unhook. And sometimes that's not in the interaction. Sometimes that miracle moment comes an hour later, a day later, a week later. And it doesn't matter when that miracle moment comes. When the awareness comes to unhook from it, unhook and pat yourself on the back. And each time you pause to unhook and look into something, you realize that gap, it's called managing the gap, gets shorter and shorter until you're in the moment of being triggered and you're able to pause, unhook, and choose something different to create or to sustain your inner peace. So keep watering that garden. Be patient with yourself. You are vibrating so high in your God spark authentic self. It's there. It's there. We just kind of have to let go of the dense blankets, right? Think of being really cold and you're under 70 layers of blankets, right? And then finally you're like, someone's like, where are you? Where are you in under this? And they can't find you because you're under so many blankets. It's kind of what it's like, guys, and they just pull off the blanket one by one, one by one. All of a sudden, they start to see your form, and all of a sudden they take the last blanket off, and there you are. Okay, it's kind of what it's like. We got to keep taking those dense blankets off, and there you are. Hi, there you are. It's wonderful to think of it that way, that you're there. Your authentic God spark self is already there. There's nothing to fix, but there may be a lot to take off and to shift. Okay. I'm doing a new energy work called Marconic Ascension Energy No Touch. And basically, we're just restructuring the whole light body to be able to receive more of that God spark energy. So it's an exciting time for me right now as my business practices start to shift and expand in consciousness and raise in vibration. And that said, things shift. Vibration is raising, and as that happens, things just start sloughing off. Okay, and sometimes we need to do that consciously too. So to consciously take those dense blankets off, that is our commitment to being that peace pillar, unhooking. Okay, not going into the story, not getting hooked in, and not seeing it as us. Your story isn't you. You are that piece. Just like that person under the blankets. They're not the blankets, right? They're under there somewhere. Anyway, beautiful being. Thanks so much for tuning in here today, and let's hold this together. The image of being a peace pillar. Will you do that with me? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear a yes in the comments. Each person that watches this, I want to see in the comments, yes, I'm a peace pillar. And let's connect the dots across the globe. Okay, so being a peace pillar, feel the peace inside and just project it out and see yourself as a pillar and see yourself connected to all those pillars around the globe. So, peace pillars, unite! All right, beautiful being. Thanks for being in this high vibe tribe. I appreciate you so very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.